Namaskar everyone. Om Gam Ganadhipadiye Namaga. Guruji KSK Saranam. Om Shayara. Welcome to EPS System of Astrology pre-introduction session. As I said, I'm looking for many students, but still, I think I got only few students as of now. Maybe I have given very lesser time for joining the course. Maybe when notification period may be lesser. Anyway, doesn't matter. So when I'm going to, what do you call, record, so that it will be easier for others also can watch later. Okay. And so I could see, one person is coming and going. I think his line may not be perfect. Anyway, so welcome to EPS System of Astrology. What is EPS System of Astrology and what is the benefit? Why it is required? So all these things, first of all, you should understand. Our Guruji KSK has founded this Krishnamurti Paddhati KP system, and having why, what is the reason for him to go into that KP system? That is the new theory. Here we wanted to do that. Why? The reason behind was there are a lot of rules and in the Vedic systems, and in one book there will be one rule, then another book there will be a different rule, or many rules, many what do you call, methods in Vedic itself, like Varga, all divisional chart, a lot of things are there. I don't deny that every system has got its own value. Okay, but still, to make it simple and to make it accurate, so he invented that system, Krishnamurti Paddhati system. You know that, so because you know the basic of Krishnamurti Paddhati. Please understand, when new things are coming, does not mean that it is all replacing the old system, right? So old system, that is our Parasara system or Vedic system, is the source. That is the base. So without that, no other systems can be built. Okay. So people are, when people are, what do you call, going for any new theory, new system, some people are thinking that Vedic system has got a lot of negative, a lot of weakness, so that for that only KP system is better or new theory is better. It is not exactly like that. Vedic system is the fundamental, which is important. We should understand that. And we need not go in detail in Vedic system, the method of analysis. Instead of that, we have to go in such a way, in a detailed manner, we can analyze each planet signification in detailed manner. So for that only, we need the extended significations. KP system also the same way it has been developed, wherein KP system, like in Vedic, whatever we discussed in Vedic, that is important. KP is built over that. So when the people are thinking that, when the people who started following KP system, they are thinking that KP system is the ultimate, and a Vedic system has got negative. They try to, some people, they try to demerit the Vedic system, and they focusing only, they say that KP system is easier and we can do the accurate prediction just with the KP system alone, ignoring the Vedic methods. You understand, Vedic principles. But exactly that is not the case. You understand? Vedic system is the base that we should not ignore. You got it, na? So that's the foremost thing we have to keep it in mind. And what is the necessity for the Krishnamurti Paddhati system? We know that Krishnamurti Paddhati system is the sublord theory. What is sublord theory? Planet in nakshatra of a planet, and in subdivision of the nakshatra, that is called sublord, right? So that we know that, so the suppose sublord is the deciding factor of the star lord, because star lord is going to be about, say, 45 minutes, 50 minutes, it is going to be there. Each planet will be in nakshatra of that planet, in nakshatra of a particular planet. But if the, for after some time, that planet movements will be in another subdivision. Not only the planet, but all the starting point of the house also will be, it keep moving. So it will be traveling. So out of 360 degrees, each every 4 minutes, I mean, that degree, 1 degree will change, right? So during that movement, that Rasi will be the same, Nakshatra also can be the same, but that subdivision of the Nakshatra will be different. In suppose you are there in Jaipur, and if I come to the Jaipur, and suppose you are saying I am located in particular area. If I come to the your area in Jaipur, does not mean that I have come to your house. So in which street you are there? That is the important one. So for suppose you are placed in your house is located in a particular street, you imagine that is the nakshatra. Okay, so your door number is, for example, A7. Okay, within the street, if there are 9 houses are present, for example, having come to your street does not mean that I have come to your house, right? So still I have to, I mean, pinpoint, I have to find your house number or door number, then only I can come and meet you. You understand? It means within that area, within that street, in which house you are there, what is your door number? That is important, right? In those days, if you see, there will be only a few houses in a particular village or particular street, so we can easily identify. Okay, so those days the population also very less, and people they need not go in a depth manner analysis just with Vedic astrology. So, I mean, people who are coming with the problems, look at their chart, their Dasa Bhukti, and the transit of Saturn, Jupiter. So, all these things, because people coming with the malefic, I mean, some sort of problem only, they will come to the astrologer. So, look at that. Okay, look at the Saturn's movement in the transit, and then the Dasa Bhukti, they will try to give the guidance, and they will also blindly follow and do it. But nowadays, it is not like that. There are a lot of populations and a lot of things are there. We need minute analysis, right? So in those days, we can say that you will go to, you will pursue medical, or you will go engineering, or you will go to government job. Only two, three, I mean, textile industry. Only few type of business only, professions only we should have. But in nowadays, it is not like that, right? It is like a lot of branches within engineering also. Lot of, if you say computer software engineering also, there are a lot of branches. So we need small changes, make a different branch of education or profession, whatever it may be, right? So it means what nowadays, like X-ray was taken previously, people just testing their pulse, they used to tell the disease in the olden days. Then they started checking for X-ray, then checking that scan and MRI scan. Now all this detailed analysis is required nowadays, right? To pinpoint. So the similarly in astrology also we need such detailed analysis because it's a science. So for that, what we need, we have to learn from basic to the detailed analysis. Astrology prediction is not so easy. Nothing is easy. Sometimes it will be easier, sometimes it will be tougher, right? Even for the medical profession also, same way only, right? Sometimes, so I mean that the cause for the disease or cause for the fever can be anything, right? So it takes as per the individual to individual, it will vary also, right? It will vary. Now, what I'm trying to say that our Krishnamurti Patadiji, I mean, sorry, in the Krishnamurti Patadi, what our Guruji KSK said, he has said that I want to go in detail and to find the cause, for find the planetary signification in detailed manner. That is good. You have to keep it in mind that Krishnamurti Patadi is a Lord theory, actually originally not founded by Guruji KSK. You have to keep it in mind that that is already advocated by our Parasaraji itself. We'll feel that how. Okay, so please understand. Here's our Guruji, our Parasaraji only has given that our Guruji KSK Krishnamurti has taken that point and done in an extended manner. I will tell you how. I am saying that you should understand the importance of our whatever the sages have said. So we have to take the important principles of that, and above that, basement should be strong. Above that, you can build the construction according to your requirement. So, for example, how the dasa buddhis are calculated in our Vedic system, correct? Suppose moon, as per the moon movement only, moon at the time of birth, suppose if it is in Ketu Nakshatra. So, I mean, at the time of birth, what degrees that is gone in the womb of the mother, the remaining has given as the Ketu Mahadasa balance, right? So much years and so many of months. You understand? It means at the time of birth, that child would have been born Ketu Mahadasa, maybe in Sun Bhukti and Moon Antra, for example. Within 7 years, so then few years gone in the womb of the mother, and the remaining is there in the, I mean, in the balance. You understand how it is calculated? How the dasa buddhi are calculated in our Vedic system? It is calculated. All the nakshatra are divided into 9 unequal divisions. That our Guruji case not that done that. Our Parasaraji itself has done 120 years for the whole dasa, and out of that, Ketu is what 7 years. So for 120 years, 7 years is what is the proportion, and that the Ketu Nakshatra dasa is being divided according to each planet's dasa ratio, because it is starting from 6 years to 20 years. Right? No? Sun is 6 years, then maximum is 20 years. For each planet is not having equal dasa period. Out of what total of 120 of years of dasa period. Similarly, 113 quarter degree of each nakshatra also equally divided in Vedic as 4 padas for easy calculation. You understand? All the nakshatra, first pada, second pada, third pada, fourth pada, it is divided. But only for the moon only, our Parasarji has divided into 9 unequal parts to calculate the dasa buddhi antra. You understand? 13 quarter degree of each nakshatra is divided into 4 equal parts of 3/4 in Vedic system. But in KP, it is divided into unequal 9 padas. We can say 9 parts. That is actually KP, Guruji, KSK has not done that. Our Parasarija itself has done for the moon. Moon is traveling in nakshatra of so and so nakshatra, divided into 9 unequal buddhis. You understand? That each buddhi is divided into 9 unequal antras. So the same way only dasa buddhi antra are calculated. You understand this point? Any doubt in this?
So Buddhi is Antardasha.
Yeah, yes. Buddhi is Antardasa. Yes. In North India, used to have Antardasa, and then Antra, we call it as Pratyantardasa. Buddhi and Antra. So Buddhi means Antra, and Antra means Pratyantardasa, right? Okay. So, yeah. So that way, that KP system is from the Vedic only. He has taken, our Guruji KSK taken, sorry, our Parasiji has done the Dasa Bhukti Andhra calculation for moon only to know the running Dasa Bhukti periods. How he has done the calculation is based on the 9 unequal division of each nakshatra dasa period into 9 unequal bhuktis. 9 unequal bhuktis, that is antara dasa, I further divided into 9 unequal pratyantara dasa, right? That has been done only for moon. What Guruji KSK done, the same method of division he has taken for all the remaining planets also. You understand? Moon is also a planet. All the planets are also equally calculated. Suppose Jupiter in nakshatra of, say, Venus, in the in nakshatra of Venus, If you calculate like moon, in which subdivision of the Venus it is posted, the same way. You understand? 9 unequal division, which division that at the time of birth, which degree it is falling in, which subdivision of the nakshatra it is traveling, that is called sublord of the Jupiter. You understand? So it means what? It clearly indicates how far our Vedic system is important, right? Because all the Rasi Karagatva, Nakshatra Karagatva, planet Karagatva, Baba Karagatva, common, everything remain the same. Players are the same. Their qualities are the same. There is no difference. Then there is no difference within for any system. All are the same only. Correct? But only thing is how when they are forming something, how we are analyzing and interpreting that planet signification that makes the difference. Right? So for that we need the scan report. For that only Guruji KSK said that if we take a planet position or cuspal position, I will show with a chart, you will understand the degrees are important, right? Just I will show you who is that Z. I don't know. Name is not coming. Just a minute. I will show you this one so that you will also understand. This is basic KP that you know that, right? This is Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer sign only I have made in this sheet. You can see this, right? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So in that I have given each nakshatra 9 unequal division and any planet posted in a particular Rasi Lord. Suppose this planet is Moon. Moon is posted in the Rasi of Mars, nakshatra of Venus. That is called Venus star. Bharani nakshatra in the Aries sign. And sublord is Saturn. Because if you look at that Venus nakshatra, you can see like a train, you can see that 9 boxes, 9 unequal divisions. Venus nakshatra is divided into 9 unequal divisions. That is called Venus nakshatra, 9 subdivisions of the nakshatra. That is called sublord, right? Venus is nakshatra lord, star lord, and first portion is Venus sublord. Second is, what is that? Sun, Moon, Mars, Rahu, Jupiter, Saturn, Mercury, Ketu. In the Vimsotri Dasa order, that nakshatra are unequally divided. So that is called nakshatra and sublord is Saturn. For the moon, our Parasariji has given the term called Venus is the Dasa and the subdivision is the Bhukti, that is Antardasa. Suppose that within Saturn, if you make 9 unequal, again divide that, that will become Pratyantar Dasa. You understand? So the Dasa Bhukti Antra. We can say Dasa Bhukti Antra or Dasa Antar Dasa and Pratyantar Dasa. The same way, if Jupiter you take, suppose Jupiter also, if you take Jupiter also, you can see Jupiter is here and Jupiter is traveling in the star of Sun. Rasi Lord is Venus because it is in this sign of Taurus and that is ruled by Venus and nakshatra of Sun. Within the nakshatra of Sun, it is in the particular degree that that Jupiter is in the moon, in the subdivision of the Mercury. M means, Saturn and Mercury. Mercury subdivision. So Jupiter in the Rasi of Venus, in the star of Sun, sub of Mercury. If you take subdivision again, it may be in the sub of Jupiter. So that like how we calculated for the moon, like Dasa Bhukti Antra, if you calculate for Jupiter or all the remaining planets, the same way Rasi Lord, Star Lord, subdivision and subdivision, that is called KP. Understand? Krishnamurti Pattadiji is nothing but how we calculated Dasa Bhuktī Yantra, the same way we calculate for all the planets. So, I mean, instead of that, Jupiter is in the nakshatra of Sun. That if you do not take the sublord, Jupiter is in the star of Sun. So we tend to give prediction even in our Vedic system, Jupiter in the nakshatra of Sun. In the nakshatra of Sun, we sometimes what we'll take, which pada, first pada, second pada, or third pada, fourth pada, accordingly in the Navamsa we'll calculate. For the D9 chart, we check for the prediction. But that is all equal parts. But in KP, what we do, Sun is instead of 4 parts, 9 subdivisions called the sublord. It will become more accurate than this division. Correct? So that is the reason he has followed what our Parasarji has done for the moon, by way of calculating the Dasa Bhuktī Yantra for the moon. Same thing, it is been calculated for all the remaining planets by way of star lord and sublord. Here we do not use the word called Dasa Bhuktī Yantra. Dasa Bhuktī Yantra is given only for the moon, the term, but all the other planets are given the term called star lord, sublord, and sub-sublord. You understand? You got the point? Anybody having any doubt? Okay. So similarly, you can see in Vedic what we do, we take whether first degree or 30 because we have got 30 degrees in each Rashi. That at the time of birth, each that lagna, that degree, and at what degree it falls in the east origin at the time of the birth. So that is called the lagna. That lagna, in what degree it falls, that lagna also, like moon and Jupiter we discussed, lagna also will be in one nakshatra, one rasi, Mars rasi, in Ketu nakshatra, and subdivision of the Ketu that is ruled by Jupiter. So Dasa, Bhuktī, and Antra and Sukshma, how we calculate for moon, it's similar way if you do for all other planets. That is Dasa, Bhuktī, Antra, and Sukshma. It means what? Dasa means star lord and sublord. Understand? That way, if you take it that Dasa, Bhuktī, and Antra, then sub-sublord, if you take that way for other planets, and even for all the other, not only the planets, all the 12 cusps. What is cusp? You know that starting degree of any house is called cusp. In Vedic, normally what we take either the starting of the sign, or we take Bhav Madhyama or Bhav starting, but all approximate only it is being calculated. But in KP, like planets, all the 12 cusps also is considered according to their accurate degree they are falling in, which Rasi, which Nakshatra, which sublord and sub-sublord, accordingly, each, starting degree of a house also calculated. What is the advantage of that? Planets are, ruling in star and sub, that is okay. But what is the necessity for each cusp is ruled by which Rasi, which star, which sub, which sub-sub, what is the necessity, right? The necessity is that each cusp, lagna cusp or second cusp or third cusp, whatever the cusp, house starting point we are calculating, they are the ruler of the house. Lagna is ruled by this planet. Second cusp is ruled by Venus and the nakshatra of moon or Mars and subdivision. So that each cusp also ruled by 3 planets minimum: sign lord, star lord, and sublord. They are the ruler of the houses. They are governing the houses. They have the destiny of those house matters. Without their concurrence, or without what they are indicating, what they are not indicating, what they are not promising, that house matters, that native will not experience. For that only, that Lagna ruler or all the house starting rulers are also considered. You understand? So that is what in KP it is said that I will show you here. Suppose if it is say ascendant Lagna, this is seventh house. Okay, seventh cusp. Suppose seventh cusp is falling in the Rasi of Venus. Suppose in the nakshatra of say Rahu. Here Rahu nakshatra is the Swati nakshatra. Suppose in the subdivision of the Jupiter, for the particular degree, seventh cusp is falling in the Rasi of Venus, Rasi Lord, Star Lord, and Sun. Right? If suppose this is the ruler of the seventh house for the given time, you know that cusps are fast moving because within 2 hours they have to cross each sign, right? So when suppose 6 a.m. this is the position. Seventh cusp is falling in Rahu star and Jupiter's sun. Suppose in, for example, 5 a.m., for example, 6, 5 or 10, whatever may be, what will happen? That seventh cusp would have moved little bit. So Venus, Rasi, Nakshatra will be Rahu only, but subdivision instead of Jupiter, it can be next subdivision Saturn. Right? They able to understand? Anyone having any doubt in this? These subdivisions, sublord will change when the birth time is becoming different, right?
Yes, sir.
Correct, no? So when sublord changes, what is it going to make? What is the difference it is going to cause? See, for example, all the planetary positions are going to be the same within 5 minutes difference. No planet would have moved from one house to another house. Correct? Only the cusps or bhavas are fast. That too within 4 minutes, that bhava also little bit, I mean 1 degree, some 1 degree is changed, 1 degree, some minutes change. The subdivision of the seventh house moved from Jupiter to Saturn. Suppose instead of 6 a.m., for example, say 5:50 or 5:52 a.m., for example, 7, 8 minutes before a child was born, what would have happened? The same seventh house ruled by Venus, the Rasi is going to be the same. Nakshatra is going to be Rahu only. But subdivision of the nakshatra, within that Rahu nakshatra is going to be here, will have 9 unequal division here, right? Within that first subdivision is going to be Rahu itself, second subdivision is going to be Jupiter, then going to be Saturn, then is going to be Mercury, you know that. So when minutes are reduced, that seventh cuspal sublord instead of Jupiter, it will become Rahu, right? It means within the nakshatra of Rahu, first subdivision of the Rahu will be running by the time of 5:52 a.m. But 6 a.m. it can be Jupiter. Then 6, 5 or 6, 7 or 8, whatever maybe that it is going to be Saturn. Subdivision are going to, that sublord of each cusp is going to change when minutes are different. But the planets posited in the houses, they are going to remain the same, right? They are not going to cause any changes in their position. Only minutely they will change, but that is not going to change the Rasi or star or sub of the planet. But cuspal position only change. So that is what each subdivision of the particular house, that is called sublord, is different from people who are born within few minutes difference. For example, it can be a twin or anybody. The one child is born for one person, one couple on the same hospital. After 10 minutes, one more child also would have been born in the same hospital or nearby place, right? So that that Rasi Lord, Star Lord going to remain the same. Only the sublord will differ. What is it going to cause the difference? The sublord of each curve are having the destiny prospects of the particular house matters, right? As I said, no, if I come to your street, if suppose you are living in the Jupiter room, but if I am there in 5:52 a.m., I will not be there in your Jupiter room. I will be there in your neighbor's house, Rahu. Or if I come little bit late, I will be not in your house. I will be there in the next house. So what is there in Saturn house only I am going to get. What is there in Rahu house only I'm going to get it. If I'm there in your Jupiter house, in your house, I'm going to meet you and I can get things whatever you have. So the sublord, subdivision of each caste is holding the final destiny prospects of the particular house matters. That is the destiny. That destiny can be found only in such subdivision method only. We cannot get in the Vedic system. What is not given in the destiny, even the dasa period is supportive, that is not going to be given by the dasa lord. This is not destiny. The destiny is not promising. Then dasa is not going to, even if it is indicating, it is not going to get it. So for that purpose, even within twins also, we have such a difference. That one twin is getting married and another person is not getting married, or one person getting married in 1 year, then that another twin is getting late for after 5 years also. What makes the difference? Delay or marriage promise or that marital prospect, everything is finally decided by the sublord of the each cusp. I mean sublord of the seventh house in this case. You understand? This is basically our KP, right now? That
Yes,
is
sir.
the importance of the sublord of each house. Now, the point is what? So I understand. Okay, that you have clearly understood that what is the importance of the cuspal sublords. Correct. But when we are taking the significations, when want to know, each planet, what they are signifying, what they are planet wise, star lord wise, sublord wise, what they signify, we take not the signification of this. I will tell you. I will tell you with one example, then you will understand. Okay. For example, if you see here, suppose Jupiter is posted here. Then, for example, this is first house, second house, third house, and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. So Jupiter is here. Suppose Moon is here, and Sun is here, and Mercury and Venus are here. For example, Rahu and Ketu are here. And what else? Saturn and, for example, Mars. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I have got just a random example I have taken. Okay. For example, imagine a person was born at 6:05 a.m. Okay. Another person was born at 6:10 a.m. Okay. Both the person A and person B, both would have been born with the same dasa buddhi, right? At the time of birth, they will be running because moon will be in the same nakshatra, 5 minutes, that nakshatra will not change. Imagine this not changing. Okay. Only the subdivision, Bugdilad may change. Bugdilad also may not change. Antra can change if it is in border. Correct. Suppose a person is coming to you for consultation. At that time, for example, he is running the dasa of Jupiter. Okay. One more person who was also born on the same day but 6:10 a.m. He is coming also waiting at the waiting outside for the consultation. Okay. Now for 6:05 a.m. is coming and you are going to analyze his chart. So, for example, Jupiter is here, he is running the Jupiter Dasa. His person also is running Jupiter Dasa. Correct? Jupiter Dasa only both are running because they are born in the same date, time in 5 minutes only difference. Now, Jupiter you are going to study. What we are going to study, how you will say Jupiter is owner of which house, Kaspal Lord of which house, and occupying which house we will take. Right? Right now? Kaspal Lord of which house, occupying which house. Jupiter is Kaspal Lord of which house? Hello? Jupiter is Kaspal Lord of which house, madam? Ninth and 12th house, na? For this Aries Lagna. Hello, you're able to follow on everyone? Hello? Am I
So
audible?
9 and
Yes,
10.
sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
9 and 12.
9 and 12th Lord occupying Lagna, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Jupiter, for example, in the nakshatra of Bharani, star lord is Venus. Jupiter is the planet, nakshatra star lord is Venus. Okay? Venus, where it is posted? Venus is posted in the 5th house, lord of 2 and 7, right? Rishabha and Libra, lord of 2 and 7 posted in the 5th house, right?
Yes, sir.
Suppose Jupiter in the nakshatra of Venus within the subdivision, sublord of, say, for example, Saturn. This is called sublord theory. Na? Jupiter in the sign of Mars, star of Venus, in the subdivision of Saturn. That Saturn is what? Lord of 10 and 11.
11.
10 and 11 posted in which house?
9.
9th house. Right?
Yes.
So this is how we take planets, star lords, sublord as their signification as per KP, and we'll try to give how the prediction you are going to give. 9th lord, 12th lord occupying Lagna in the nakshatra of 275 and subdivision 10, 11 and 9. So according to the event, according to the houses favorable for the event in that particular dasha, we will be giving the prediction. Right, sir? Any doubt in this?
Yes,
No,
sir.
sir.
Okay. Now, for this person, we are given some prediction for the Jupiter Dasha. He is gone. Now the next person, 6:10 a.m. person, or 6:10 a.m. born person, he is entering into your cabin and he is also presenting his horoscope. He was also born in the same date, place, minutes only different. He is also running Jupiter Dasha only. Because within 5 minutes, Dasa balance at the time of birth will not be different. The same is going to only that periods, ending period only will vary, right? Or Antara Sukshma only will vary. But Dasa Bhuktī will mostly will be the same. Correct. Now you are looking at his chart. Here, there also you are checking Jupiter in the nakshatra of Venus and subdivision of Saturn only. Because within 5 minutes, Jupiter position will remain the same only. Right? Correct or not?
Yes, sir.
Now, how we are going to give the prediction? Jupiter again, Kaspal Lord and occupying house. There also Jupiter is going to be the same, 9th Lord, 12th Lord, occupying first house only. Right? Within 5 minutes time, that cusp can little bit change. Okay, so wherein the planet's position may not change also. Right? 9th Lord, 12th Lord occupying Lagna. Venus is 2, 7, and 5, and 10, 11, and 9. They're going to be the same. There will not be any different in the Dasa periods significations if you take the ownership of the houses and the planet are occupying which house. Right? There will not be any change. But you see, in KP, we take the difference between these two people. We can find the difference in which place? In the cuspal position. Right? In the Bhava only, the first house, second house, third house, the degrees are changing. Na? The planets' movements are very slow. But house movements are 5 minutes, there will be 1 degree. 5 minutes means 1 degree would have changed. Within that 1 degree, subdivision of some houses may change. They only make the difference between this person and this person. So that is the reason KP has been formed. But that is a good thing our Guruji has founded. But in taking the significations, we are not considering this difference between these planets or between these people. You understand? You got it?
Yes,
What
sir.
I am saying, for this person, for example, for this person, Jupiter may be not only cuspal lord and occupying house, it can have some difference in signification by way of cuspal signification. I'll tell you with another chart, then you will understand. When compared to this person, for example, for this person, Jupiter can be 7th cuspal sublord. After 5 minutes, Jupiter would have not been the 7th cuspal sublord. Okay, Jupiter would have lost. Instead of that, Saturn will become the 7th sublord for this person, for example, B. Because 5 minutes gone, 7th cuspal sublord Jupiter will move to the Saturn sublord. You understand? Jupiter will lose its cuspal sublord of the 7th. This person will be having 7th cuspal sublord as Jupiter, but for this person, Saturn will be the 7th sublord. Similarly, instead of 7th cuspal sublord, this person can have some other cuspal sublords. So there also, I said, the cuspal sublord of each house is holding the destiny prospects of the particular house matters, right? Jupiter is the 7th cuspal sublord. It is holding the destiny of the particular 7th house matters. In that case, how far it is important as a significant, right? Is the deciding factor about the destiny of the 7th house matter. Suppose Venus is 10th cuspal sublord, means it is holding the destiny prospects of the 10th house profession matters or status matters. If we do not consider only if you take this one, for this person and this person are going to be the same. But which is going to make the difference? The further significations, what we are not considering here, that is only going to make the difference. That is called extended planetary significations. That is called EPS. You understand? You got it? So I will tell you, I will show you in one example in the chart, then you will understand better. Okay? You have any doubt in this as far as this discussion is concerned, you please tell me. I want to know whether you got clarity or not. If you have any doubt, I will explain and I will go further. Anything you have, any doubt?
No, sir.
So what about others? Okay, I think that let me think that actually have understood and I will go with this. Okay, just a minute. Suppose I will take this chart, for example, with take for discussion, I will take a chart number 1. So here you can see that that native was born in 8:24 a.m. On 18th March 1981, 8:24 a.m. Lagna is falling in this degree. And 7th cusp is falling in 11 degree 12 minutes 48 seconds in the which rasi in the Libra. You can see, as I said, each planet are posted in one rasi, one nakshatra, one sublord and sub-sublord. It means for moon we call it as Dasa, Ketu Dasa, Mars Buddhi and Mercury Antara at the time of birth. Similarly, for all the planets, if you calculate the same manner, Dasa, Buddhi, Antara, if you calculate, that is nothing but the KP system, right? Similarly, for all the 12 curves, the starting degree of the that all the 12 curves also will be one of the 249 sensitive points. You know that one Rasi star sub are the 249 sensitive points in the 360 zodiac, 60-degree zodiac. So either any 12 cusp or any of the 9 planets may be in one of these 249 sensitive points only. So that way, ascendant is in the Rasi of Mars, in the nakshatra of 11 degree ruled by Ketu Ashwini nakshatra, in the subdivision of the Saturn and subdivision of the Jupiter. So we call here for the planets Rasi Lord, Star Lord, and Sublord. For the moon, we call it as Star Lord is called as Dasa, Sublord is called as Bhukti, and Sublord is Antra. The term for the moon is given Dasa Bhukti Antra. For all the planets is called as planet, Star Lord, Sublord, and Sublord. Same way, we call for all the 12 cusps, we call it as Cuspal Lord, Cuspal Star Lord, and Cuspal Sublord, and Cuspal Subsublord. You understand? So all the cusps are ruled by one Rasi, one star, one sub, and one subsub. Similarly, all 9 planets are ruled by one Rasi, one star, and sub and subsub. You understand? This is the way all the 12 cusps are also posted, and 9 planets are also posted. Now, I was telling about, for example, all the 9 planets, all the 12 curves will be in, suppose Venus is the Rasi Lord of the 7th cusp and star of Rahu and sub of Saturn. Let us stop with the sublord alone for the cusp because it's very fast moving. Now, what will happen if the minutes are different? Saturn sub, after a few minutes, it can become Mercury. If your birth time is increased, the Saturn will become Mercury. The birth time is reduced, that sublord of the 7th house will become Jupiter. So 7th house ruled by Venus, Rahu, Jupiter, or Venus, Rahu, Saturn, or Venus, Rahu, Mercury. Right? So based on that only, we say that the destiny prospects of the 7th house is signifying promise of marriage. Suppose Jupiter. Mercury is suppose signification is not good. It is indicating troubles and hurdles or sometimes denial of marriage. So all these things will be decided by the cuspal sublord, as you know that, right? So such strength that sublord planet has got. So we are talking as the sublord theory for each planet signification. But when we take each planet's self-signification, we take only cuspal lord and occupying house. As I said, suppose Jupiter you take, Jupiter planet, 9th Lord, 12th Lord occupying 6th house. 6th house. That's all. We stop with that. Right? Saturn is 10th Lord, 11th Lord occupying 6th house. Whether it is cuspal star lord, sublord of the other curves are ruled by Saturn or Jupiter, we do not bother in KP, right? But this got the value. You can see each planet, not only for owner and occupying house, that planet can be star lord for some houses and sublord for some houses. You understand? For example, we are taking only the ownership. 7th Lord is Venus. Venus is posted where Venus posted in the 11th house. That's all. We take even in KP also, Cuspal Lord is Venus, is 2nd Lord, 7th Lord occupying 11th house. And Venus in the nakshatra of Jupiter, that Jupiter is 9th Lord, 12th Lord occupying 6th house. That's all we take. But we are forgetting that Venus can be star lord for some houses. How star lord? You can see Venus is star lord for any houses. It means all the 12 cars where they are posted, whether they are falling in the nakshatra of any that Venus. No, you can see star lord, the blue color, Venus is not there. So no cusp is falling in the nakshatra of Venus. Okay, so Venus is not the cuspal star lord for any houses, but Venus is sublord for the 5th house. can see it is not sublord for any other houses, but it is sublord for fifth house. So that is being considered here. It means what? Venus is holding the destiny prospects of the fifth house matters. It is important house for the marriage also, prospects also, happiness also, childbirth also, right? Harmony also. So the 2, 7, 11, and also it has got the fifth cuspal sublord signification, right? Similarly, Saturn is 10th lord, 11th lord occupying 6th house. This is not good in general for the marriage because Saturn is 10th lord, 11th lord occupying 6th house, but it is star lord for 4, 8, 12. It means what? Saturn is star lord for 4th cusp, 8th cusp, and 12th cusp. It means what? 4th cusp here, so 3 degree. So it means that 4th cusp is falling in the Pusha Nakshatra, right? So that way, I mean 4, 8, and 12. 4 and 8 and 12 curves are falling in the nakshatra ruled by Saturn. So that nakshatra, that 4, 8, 12 ruled by Saturn. So Saturn is owning these houses also as star lordship. Apart from that, Saturn is owning the cuspal sublord for 1, 4, and 7 and 10. Cuspal sublord ownership. This is very important. So if you do not consider this CST and CSL, that is cuspal star lord ownership of each planet and cuspal sublord for each planet, we cannot differentiate between two people born within few minutes difference. Not, you understand? Not only that, for that person itself to know Saturn's signification strength for a particular event, if you do not consider the CST ownership and CSL ownership of the Saturn, we do consider only the CL and OCC, that is also incomplete. You understand? Because when the minutes are different, what will happen? Saturn, suppose 5 minutes before the child was born, Saturn will lose its seventh cuspal sublord. Jupiter will get the seventh, right? Previous sublord will be Jupiter, so Jupiter will get the seventh sublord. But by the time you can see ninth cuspal sublord is Jupiter. So when the minutes are different, that Jupiter meant that we can lose its ninth sublord position, whereas Rahu will get that, previous Rahu will get that ninth house. You understand? By the time Rahu can retain the third, or it can that lose its third cuspal sublord position also. It means when minutes are different, each planet which are ruling as the sublord of the particular houses can change. When they change, their strength of these planets by their signification also will change. Without looking at the cuspal star lord signification and cuspal sublord signification, if you consider only CL and OCC, cuspal lordship, ownership and occupying house alone for each planet, that is incomplete. Because of that only, many people, even in KP, when we follow, so I feel that this planet, Jupiter, is ninth lord, 12th lord, occupying sixth house. This is not good for marriage because 12 and 6 is coming, and Saturn is also not very good for the marriage. But if we consider the extended signification, that planet also 9 sublord. That Saturn is having further 4, 8, 12 star lord. This is not good, but sublord is 1, 7, which are all favorable for the marriage prospects. So that unfavorable strength is reduced. You understand? That has got some mixed signification. So that way we can find the complete signification strength of each planet only by studying each planet's ownership, not only owning which house, but also owning which nakshatra subdivision. Then only we can find the each planet's strength on their own. That is called extended planetary significations. It means what? We are extending our signification, not restricting with the CL and OCC, but also CST and CSL. This is called self-signification in EPS. You understand?
Yes, sir.
Are you able to follow or
Yes, sir.
what, madam? Are you able to follow, madam? What Rajiv ji,
Yes,
Devendra
sir.
Prasad ji, Karan Singh ji, and Abhijit also joined. So any doubt you have in this discussion, what is the necessity for such detailed extended significations, right? If you do not look into the detailed signification, suppose you are looking at a person, oh, you are from that place to this place. You are from Bombay, but you are posted in Jaipur. Okay. That is not the complete signification of the person. If you go in detail, you suppose our Shyamji is into police. So suppose by looking at some person, he may, he cannot justify, but he can think, okay, this person seems to be criminal. You can just look by looking at some persons, looking at some person's face itself, he can for investigation, for further investigation, he can shortlist. But that is not the complete one, right? But by the detailed examination only, we can see, look at his background, or you can see that person is owning this house, or he is having any other houses also in his ownership, or any other houses also sublordship. You understand? That way, investigation is happening in a detailed manner to know the exact signification of a person, even in the crime, right? Same thing only we have to do. Otherwise, if you take only he is from that place, he is posted here. That is not the complete one, right? Suppose one murder happened in a particular house. For the first side, what we'll do? Who is there in the near the murder? Which are the people who are living there or near the body? We'll take them into the investigation initially, right? But that is not the complete one, right? No? So later, one by one, we have to include their, who are the people are connected to that incident, who are the people, connected to that person involved. Only then only we can identify the total significations of the particular that person, right? You understand? So that way only we have to decide. To take only CL and OCC, that is not going to be the complete significations. You understand?
Yes, sir.
Anybody having any doubt in this? Okay. So now,
Sir, I have one question.
just tell me, sir.
Sir, in that case, for any customer's house, that means if we want to take the customer sublot of any house, that for example, if I take the customer sublot of seventh house, here it is Mercury.
Saturn,
Here is
Saturn.
Saturn. Saturn,
Yes.
yes, Saturn. So we have to take this planet only, right? We need it, no need to check the where the Saturn is positioned. That means who
No,
is the cuspal star lord of
no,
Saturn,
sir.
who is
No,
the
sir.
cuspal
No,
sublord
no.
of
I
Saturn.
understand your point. My point is what? We should not take only CL and OCC, but also we should take CST and CSL. All things we have to take.
Yeah,
Saturn
but
is the seventh cuspal sublord. Okay. And Saturn is 10th Lord, 7th, 11th Lord, occupying 6th house, and 4, 8, 12 star Lord, and 1, 4, 7, 10 cuspal sublord. That way we have to study. You will have a doubt. Sir, if you state all the houses together, we'll get all the houses indicated by many planets, right? Yeah, single planet can indicate many houses, right or not?
yes,
Correct, na? So who is the seventh significator? Sir, seventh lord is Venus, seventh star lord is Rahu, seventh sublord is Saturn. But if you know Saturn, you are asking, sir, Saturn signification is to be taken only as 7? No. Saturn signification is 10th lord, 11th Lord occupying 6th house. This is called the basic source, CL and OCC. And I put a slash. That Saturn is star lord for 4, 8, and 12 stars. And that Saturn is the deciding factor for 1, 4, 7, and cuspal sublord. Saturn is having the indication of all these houses. In that case, how to study? That is the method of investigation different. When I'm going to teach, then you will understand in the course that planet Saturn is having many houses, but it has got which house has to be taken as a stronger one. We have to study each planet from left to right. Owner of 10th house, owner of 11th house, occupying 6th house. Basically, this is not good for the marriage prospects, right? 11th house
Yes.
is okay, but 10 and 6 are not supportive. It is not detrimental, but not supportive. But cuspal star lord for 4, 8, 12. This is also not supportive. It is indicating more obstacles. Supporting to the 6th house. When we are studying from left to right, whether each house in CL is supported by OCC or further supported by cuspal star lordship and further decided by the cuspal sublordship. That way we have to check. You understand this point?
Yes, sir, I understand. But my question is that the Saturn is also the star lord of Saturn is a position in the star of Moon and star of Rahu. We need to
That and
check.
all next, sir. I'm talking about self-signification.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Self-signification
Oh,
means
that is okay.
individual planets' significations.
Now,
Next,
when we analyze seventh house, so we need to check these two planet also or not?
no, sir. I'm coming to that point. We have to study the same way. Only I will tell you. Before going to that, I'm talking about each planet self-signification. I will come to that point. I will show you now. I understand what you are telling. I will show
Another
you.
question is that
Yeah.
another question is that CL and OCC is the source, right?
Yes.
And the star lord is the matter, and the sublord is the decider.
Star Lord is the actually we call it as I call it as that Star Lord is the effect. I will tell you the source, effect, and result. Okay.
Source. Yes.
Yeah.
The
Okay.
same is.
Yeah. For example, now the same chart I'll study for the Ketu. Okay, sir. You take for Ketu.
Okay,
Ketu
sir.
is the source. Okay. Star
Yeah.
Lord is the effect, and sublord is the result. Okay.
Yeah.
Got it?
Yeah.
Source, effect, and result. In that you can see Ketu. Okay, you asked for Saturn. No, I will go with the Saturn first so that it will be easier for you. Okay, sir.
Yeah.
Instead of that, going with the Ketu, I will open in the software itself and I will show you. Then that will be better. Just a minute. Just hold on. Chart I will open in the software and I'll show you. Each planet is the source. That planet in nakshatra of a planet, that is the effect. That planet is going to experience what the nakshatra lord is giving. That is further, it is going to be decided by the subdivision of the planet. Right? There is no doubt in that. That is going to be studied the same manner only. I will show you, I will share that chart now. Just a minute. You see the same chart in the software. Okay, now you can see the Saturn, right? You can see the Saturn, right? This is
Yeah.
called EPS table. Okay, EPS short table. I will show you the birth chart here. Now you tell me, sir. Now Saturn planet. Saturn is posted in the sign of Mercury, right?
Yeah.
37 minutes in the nakshatra of Moon, in
Yes.
the subdivision of the Rahu, right?
Ram. Yes. Yes.
Now, what I was telling initially, I was talking about the self-signification of the Saturn only.
Yes, sir.
Saturn is owner of 10 and 11, occupying 6. And apart from that owner of 10 and 11, it is also owner of the star of the 4, 8, 12 curves and also subdivision of the 1, 4, 7 and 10. Right?
Yes.
So this is the self-signification of Saturn. That Saturn, you forgot about the bracket houses, what I have given, I will explain you later. Now you focus on Saturn. In the nakshatra of Moon, Moon is what? Fourth lord, occupying fifth house. That is fourth lord, occupying fifth house, right? Fourth
Yes.
lord occupying fifth house. That Moon is star lord for second house and sublord for eighth house, right?
Okay, sir.
Similarly, God is Rahu, occupying fourth house, and that star lord of that Rahu is Kaspal star lord for 3, 7, and 3. Sublord.
Yes.
Star lord for 3 and 7, and sublord for third house. So if
Yes.
you do not consider this one, if you consider only this one, that is not supportive. If you consider this one, only it will be supportive. I'm not saying that we have to consider only Cuspal sublord. I'm not saying that you have to consider only CL. If you take CL and OCC, that is called KP, right?
Yes.
Take only Cuspal sublord owner of the planet, that is called interlink.
Interlink. Yes.
Interlink. If you take Cuspal, I mean interlink in, suppose if you take Kuller's theory, they instead of Cuspal sublord, they take Cuspal sub-sublord, right?
Yes.
Please understand, they are considering interlink, they take Cuspal sublord. In interlink, they take Cuspal sub-sublord also signification, but they are ignoring Cuspal lordship, occupying house, and nobody is
Yes.
taking the Cuspal star lord ownership.
Yes.
When they take this one, they ignore. In KP, they take this and they ignoring Cuspal star lordship and Cuspal sublord ownership also. In the KP, there is a golden rule that if the Cuspal, the planet is a free planet, it means untenanted planet, then only you take that Cuspal sublord of the houses as the, I mean, strong significator, golden rule. You understand? But in EPS, it is not like that. In EPS, all the houses signified by each planet are the significator of the particular house. A particular, sorry, significator of the particular planet. Saturn is owning all these houses. But how to study? How to study that planet Saturn? That planet self-signification itself has got many houses, and that Saturn in nakshatra of Moon, that is having some houses. Then subdivision, sublord of that Saturn is Rahu, that is having some houses, right?
Yes.
If you do not consider this, if you focus only on this, then you will not be able to get the, I mean, correct significations, because that is going to remain the same. Even the minutes are different, they are going to remain the same. But how to study all these things? That is the method of analysis that cannot be explained in one session. That has to be properly learned how to study each planet self-signification and study level wise. One more
So,
thing
sir.
also. Yes.
So, sir, when we analyze the seventh house, we have to
Yes.
study all of the houses, right?
Yes. You please understand. Normally, what we do, take to know the destiny prospects of the seventh house. Normally, straight away, people, KP people, jumping to the seventh cuspal sublord Saturn only, right?
Yes.
Seventh sublord is Saturn, what it promising. Yes, that is the deciding factor. I don't deny that. But they are not giving importance to the seventh lord Venus. They are not giving importance to the role of the seventh cuspal star lord Rahu. They are jumping directly to the seventh cuspal sublord Saturn, right? Though seventh sublord Saturn is to be studied properly to know the destiny, but seventh cuspal Lord Venus also has got some value. Seventh cuspal star Lord Rahu also has got value. You understand?
Yes,
To
sir.
know the complete prospects of any house matters, though deciding factor is the sublord of the particular house, that to know the complete signification or prospect, that seventh lord, seventh star lord, and seventh sublord. Similarly, 10th lord, for example, for the profession prospect, 10th lord, 10th star lord, and 10th sublord. They are owning the 10th house matters. They are owning the 7th house matter. Their significations also have to be studied to know the accurate interpretation of the particular house matters. You understand?
Yes.
Please do not, for example, seventh lord's Venus posted in particular house. Okay. Star Lord is posted in particular house. That is okay. But they are not talking, I mean, in Vedic, they are not talking about star lordship and sublordship. Right? But in
Yes.
they take seven sublord Saturn alone we study to know the destiny prospects. Correct?
Okay. Yes.
That is also not completely correct. Suppose you know seventh house ruled by Venus. Suppose suppose you are owning a house. Suppose your father is the owner of the house. Okay, sir.
Yes.
That seventh, your house is ruled by three people. For example, your father, your mother, and suppose you are the deciding person. For example, okay, your house is owned by father, mother, and you, or you and your father or mother, whatever may be. Who is the deciding factor accordingly? It will vary. Who is owning the house? All the three people are the owners of the house. They have got their rights. Though your house matters can be decided by you or your father, who is the subdivision. You may be thinking something, but your father may not agree to that. So what your father is not agreeing, that is the one which is going to be finally decided. But you are also not happy. Your father is also not happy. Then it is going to be completely unfavorable. You understand? Suppose your father is liking a girl. He wants to wants you to get married to that girl. Seventh house, seventh lord father is saying that no, I like that girl, so I want you to get married. Then seventh house star lord mother, your mother also same way it is supporting, means okay, the 50%, 60% of the seventh house matters is over, favorable. But finally you are saying no, I don't like that girl. That finally marriage is not going to be happen, right? Suppose we put the other way. Suppose instead of this one, suppose you are your father. Suppose your father Rasi Lord is Venus, and the star lord is, for example, as I said, Rahu, and sublord is, suppose you. Okay, your father is not that much interested. It means seventh lord is weak. Seventh star lord also weak. Sublord only is good, means some more marriage will happen. But overall marriage prospects will not be good. In your family also, if all the ruler of the family, all the family members are happy, then only the family is going to be happy. You understand?
Yes.
Further point. So please understand, people are following KP system. It seems that it's very simple. Simple because it is showing only the houses and very easily look at the numbers and we can say it is good or bad. Yes, it is like a shortcut. But that is not the complete one to give the accurate prediction. Especially for the horary, yes, that is fine. Because for the horary Prasanna chart, even that in KP, that is best one because that question is raised only for a particular question. So that chart will indicate only for the particular question, we can give the predictions. But whereas in the natal chart, That natal chart is consisting for all the events, all the life events. So wherein we cannot just like that take only the signification for cuspal lordship and occupying house only. We have to go in a detailed manner. Then only we can identify. You understand? That is called a system is extended planetary signification system. This is the basic principle I'm talking about. Source, effect, and result. You understand? One more thing also I have found with the people following KP, what mistakes they are following. You know, even many people in the articles or in the software also you get given KP significator, right? A, B, C, D, and of course now E and F also they have brought into a six-fold or whatever maybe, right? You can see what they are signifying A, B, C, D. A significator, B and C, D you take no sir for the KP four-fold significator. Suppose a planet posted in a particular house, suppose seventh house occupied by say for example Saturn. Saturn is the occupant of the seventh house is called as B grade. Any planet in the nakshatra of the Saturn, suppose Jupiter in the nakshatra of Saturn means that is A grade, right? This is star lord. This is occupant, right? Then seventh lord, suppose seventh lord is owned by, for example, Sun. Seventh lord is Sun. That is D grade. That is the owner, cuspal lordship. And that any planet in the nakshatra of Sun, suppose Moon is in the nakshatra of Sun, that is called C grade. Correct? Jupiter, Saturn, Moon, and Sun are the four-fold significator of the seventh house. Similarly, all the other houses also correct. This is called KP significator, right or not?
Yes.
What about others? I mean, any doubt in this? This is the way we calculate, na? ABCD, right? But do you find anywhere sublord ownership? Because we have taken occupant of the seventh house, yes, Saturn. In which planet in the nakshatra of Saturn we have taken? Yes. Owner of the house, Sun. Any planet is in the nakshatra of Sun is we have taken Moon. So we have taken this one, but we have not taken here any planet in the sub of Saturn, any planet in the sub of Sun. You understand? Star Lord only, up to Star Lord only, these four-fold significators are present. But we call it as sublord theory. But we do not take that sublord signification. That is also is the means setback in taking the four-fold significators. I will tell you with an example, you will understand better. Now, one more thing also. Suppose you would have seen that planet, star lord, and sublord. Suppose you let us take, even if you take four-step theory also, star lord or the sublord. You see this four-step theory, whatever you are talking, it is already been dictated by our Guruji KSK itself. And if you go through the many articles or literature in the Astrology Adhista magazine, released in 70s, 80s and all, if you see that, you can see that these planets, star lord of the sublord. You would have studied sublord theory. Sublord speaks. That is the four-step theory is taken from that only. It is not exactly the different theory. It is exactly the KP one. Okay. Now let me come to the point. Suppose if you take planet A, planet B. Suppose planet A is seeing seventh house. Okay. Planet B is seventh house. Star Lord is the same for both the planets. For example, this planet is in the nakshatra of a planet. It is talking about, say, 6th house and, say, 10th house. And sublord is talking about, say, 12th house. Okay? Star Lord of the sublord is talking about, again, say, 10th house or 8th house, for example, for random, for only hypothetical example. Now, planet B also in the same nakshatra, 6, 10, 12, and houses are the same. Understand? Suppose planet is, say, for example, A planet and B planet. Nakshatra for these two planets are going to be the same. That's also possible. No? When two planets in the same star subdivision, look at the houses. All are same. Star lord, sublord, star lord of the sublord are going to be the same for A and B. Only the planet signification only is varying. Right? Suppose seventh lord occupying fifth house, sixth lord occupying second house, for example. Now, if you take, if you can see many people take the signification of planet. We can say 7, 5, 6, 10, 12, and 8. Right? Right now? Here we take what? 6, 2, 6, 10, and 8 and 12. Right? Here 7 and 5 are added, but here 2 is present and 6, 10, 8, 12 are present. There is no 7 or 5. Right? If you look at this, if you take the houses only, without considering which planet is signifying this of 7 and 5 at the planet level or star level or sub level. If you take just like that, only the houses signified as a consolidatedly, if you take all the houses, that is not going to give the right picture. I will tell you how. You please tell me for the marriage prospects. Marriage, suppose a person has got married, okay, got married. So, which planet will be giving more trouble to the native in the marital life? A or B?
B.
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 What, Sanjay ji? Narendra Soni ji, madam is there or not? Yes.
Sir, B.
B. Why B? These houses.
Sir, 6.
Yes.
It is also having these houses, no?
Sir,
But it is
6
having
house
No,
is
no 7 and no
12
7,
to
no 7 and 5.
no 7 and 5 are not there. So randomly, if you take just like that, you will feel, yes, this planet is not favorable for the marital life.
Yes.
But actually speaking, this planet, of course, this planet is not supportive for the marriage, but this planet will give trouble to the marital life. A, not B. When compared to B, A is going to give more trouble to the marital life. Why? Because that is, we are, nobody is following in KP. When they are following, no, many people are forgetting. Planet is talking about seventh house and fifth house. That is the source. You understand?
That
Source.
means marriage will happen.
No. I told you, marriage, the person got married. Which planet is going to give trouble in the marital life?
Yes,
When
yes. Okay.
this planet is running, it is saying that I am the seventh lord. I am running the period. I am in the nakshatra of 6 and 10, sublord of 12, and star lord of the sublord, which are not supporting to my 7th house and 5th house matters. For the marital happiness, they are not supporting. You understand? They are causing trouble to source planet. That is, planet is going to experience what nakshatra is giving. It is going to decided by the sublord. We have to study each planet by way of top to down study only. What planet is significant? That planet is the source that is going to experience what Star Lord is giving. Here, this planet is going to experience 6 and 10. Star Lord is giving 6 and 10 for both people, both the planets. But here, 6 is supported. 6 is joining hands with 6 and 10. They are all supportive for the professional prospects. It is not saying that I am going to give trouble to the seventh house members. It is, of course, it is not having the supportive houses for the marital life, but it is not indicating any trouble directly, because that source, when it is having the seventh house, that is the planet, that is the source, that is experiencing this, and this is indicating during this period, seventh house matters are going to experience troubles. You understand?
Yes, sir.
Concept people are not taking into consideration. They take seventh house there. This is people will say, sir, who is going to give marriage? Will be giving supportive for marriage. To give the marriage. Marriage means to conduct the marriage. Oh, the planet will not favor. Okay? Because, sir, it is having 7 and 5, sir. 7 and 5 is there. 7 and 5 in the nakshatra is unfavorable, so it is losing its seventh house meters. So neither this or neither this will not favor for the marriage. Once the marriage is happened, this planet can give trouble to the seventh house meters. Whereas this planet is not at all focusing on the marital prospects. It is talking about the professional prospects. You understand? That is called source, effect, and result. You understand this? You got it?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Anybody having, unless and otherwise, you start your study from the source. This is the source. You want to study Saturn, Saturn is having source. Saturn is going to experience moon. Whatever the houses are indicated by the Saturn, they are going to experience this. You understand? Suppose Star Lord, for example, you take Star Lord as a road. Okay? Star Lord is an NH road. Planet is the vehicle. Okay? For example, you are driving, you are also on the same road, I am also on the same road, or somebody else also on the same road. NH road is the same. Road is very good road. Suppose you are traveling in a car. Okay? Okay, sir. You are traveling in a car. Suppose myself is traveling in an auto. Okay, sir? I am traveling in an auto. You are in a car. Suppose someone else is in traveling in a bike. Okay. Now, road is the same, but the vehicle, which the source planet, that is different. You understand? How?
Yes.
Road is very good. You are coming very fast to that place. You are saying that, sir, I have come so early. So why you are late, sir? You are also started the same time, but the same road only you also came. But how you got delayed? That somebody else who came on the same road, he got furthermore delay. Why? Because source is different. That car is going to travel on the road. It may be, more than 100 kilometer speed can travel, right? With a comfort. Auto is going to be making say 50, 60 kilometer speed. Bike, yes, about 70, 80, right? Right now. So
Yes.
not the speed. Road is good. Star Lord is the same. All these three planets are going to experience very good road, but that experience will vary depending on the vehicle and their condition also, right? So then, how we are going to study which planet is what it is having in strength and weakness, and what nakshatra is giving. Based on the combined result only we have to study. Then comes the sublord. Planet and nakshatra, what planet is going to get through the star lord, Then finally, what the sublord is going to give, based on that only, the total signification of each planet is going to be. Otherwise, if you take only the houses, whether star lord signifying or sublord signifying or planet signifying, if you take randomly or consolidately, if you know that if you take it, many planet will signify seventh house, the second house, 11th house. But if you study from the source, then only we will understand the sequence. You understand? Got it?
Yes.
Sir, anybody having any doubts, sir, in this? Am I making it clear or you feel it is not clear? What, madam? What, Sam, sir? Were able to follow?
Yes, sir.
It means what? When we are going to study, we should not follow any shortcut methods. Okay. We have to go proper way. I will show you with the example in the same chart how far this is benefited by way of EPS system. I will tell you. You can see here, for example, this chart for the marriage we have to study. Okay. For the marriage prospects, what we have to do, whether marriage is promised or not, how to check it. Okay, seventh ruler, seventh lord Venus, star lord is Rahu, sub lord is Saturn. Right. Now we have to check seventh sub lord Saturn is promising marriage. Okay. So if you take the EPS table, just you check this, seventh sub lord Saturn in the nakshatra of moon, lord of 4 occupying fifth house. Sublord Rahu occupying fourth house. And star lord of the sublord is Saturn is 10, 11 and 6. What do you feel whether his marriage is promised or not? 7th sublord is signifying fifth house and 11th house. Somehow, okay, it is subordinate. Right? Right or not, sir?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Now, the question is, when the marriage will happen? Dasa, Buddhi, Anta, and when marriage will happen? Suppose at the time of marriage, that native was running Sun Mahadasa. Sun Mahadasa was running at the time of marriage. Now, in Sun Mahadasa, let me check the Buddhis, in which Buddhi that marriageable age was running. Sun Mahadasa from 24 years. Okay, from 23, 24, marriageable age, Sun Mahadasa started. So in Sun Mahadasa, Sun Buddhi itself can give marriage, or Moon, or Mars, or Rahu, or Jupiter, or Saturn, or Mercury. Any Buddhis, any Antara Dasa can support for the marriage because Sun Mahadasa starting from 24 years of age, 23, 24, is going to run for about 6 years period. So within that Sun Mahadasa, which Buddhi is favorable for the marriage? Because they would have come from Sun Dasas after 23 years itself, sir, I want to get married to my son, but it is getting delayed. What to do? How to find the Buddhi Lord? You have to find what are the rules? 2, 7, 11, significant, right? For the marriage. Right, sir?
Yes.
So now I will show you in the software KP significator, I will tell you. KP significators. Look at the KP significators here. Okay. Each planet's KP significator. You can see planets and their significator of the houses. Of course, up to Ragu here, if you just scroll down, you can find Ketu also. Look at these planets. Tell me which are the planets are signifying 2, 7, and 11. Which planet you feel that it can give marriage? As per your knowledge in KP, you please tell me which are the planets can favor for the marriage.
Venus.
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 Okay, then Any other? Sorry? Any other planet is favorable for marriage? Hello? Nobody
No,
else?
sir.
Venus only can give marriage, no other planet can. No? Okay, 2, 7. What
2,
about
7, 11, all are there.
sorry, sir?
2, 7, 11, all are there in Venus.
All are there. But what about 6 and 12 also? But
Yeah,
3, 2,
6 and 12 also.
2,
Yes,
7,
but
9, and 11 are there. But what about here? Sun, 6, 11, 10, and 5. 11 and 5 are okay. Moon, only 5. And Mars, 6, 12, and 10, they are not good. This is okay, but they are not good. Mercury, 12, 11, 1, 8, 3, and 6. Mixed, right?
next, yes,
Jupiter, what about Jupiter? 5 is okay. 6, 4, 12 is not good. 9 is okay, right?
yes,
Yes.
6, 4, 12 are not good, na?
yeah,
Yes, sir.
And what about Saturn? Saturn 5 is okay. 6, 4, 10 not good. And 11
11
is
is okay.
but Sun, Rahu 6, 4, 10 not good. And 11 is okay, right? Right now, suppose if you
All are
go to
mixed result.
5, 10, and 4, so they're all mixed. So
All are
only
mixed.
Venus has got 2, 7, and 11, and 9 also, along with that 6, 9. Right? In that case, how will you choose which planet? Venus, straight away we can choose. We tend to choose Venus only, right?
Yes,
Correct, no?
Yes, sir.
Right or not, sir?
yes, yes,
Venus only signifying 2, 7, and 11, and 9th house. Other planets are not signifying the record houses. Only they are all having mixed houses, right?
Yes, sir.
But actually, if you see that native when he got married, he did not get married in Venus. Venus is not a good significator as per EPS. You know, when he got married in Jupiter Bhukti. Jupiter is what the significator of Jupiter we studied. Jupiter is 5, 6, 4, 12, and 9 as per KP, right? But if you
yes,
go with the EPS principles, Jupiter is the among all the other 9 planets, Jupiter is the strongest planet for the marriage. That when I'm going to teach in the course, you will understand by way of planet, star lord, sublord signification, and self signification strength, and other points and rulers link, all these things. Key planets technique. I will tell you how. Please understand here. I will explain in brief. You take. I'll show you Venus how it is weaker than the Jupiter. Venus is free planet, that is untenured planet. 2, 7, 11, and 5 is very good, right? But look at the star lord Jupiter. Jupiter is 9th lord, 12th lord occupying 6th house and 9th sublord. So 9 and 9 are okay, but this is not good, right? It means
yes,
I said Venus is the 7th lord, source planet. 7th lord is good in self-signification, but 7th lord in the star of your planet signifying 12 and 6. This is getting weakened. Of course, 7 is further supported by 9, but not supported by 12 and 6. Of course, 9 also favorable, but this is getting weakened here, right? Understand?
Yes, sir.
Planet is good, star lord is having some weakness, reducing the 7th house matters. Got it, na? And of course, in
yes,
EPS, we take not only the Star Lord, we take Star Lord of the Star Lord also. I will tell, in the course I will explain, because if I tell everything, then you will not be able to understand. So it may be complicated. So look at the Star Lord, look at the Sublord. Sublord is 5 and 11 is good. Planet is not further supported strongly by the Star Lord. That is, vehicle is very good, road is not so good. And that sublord means the small portion of the road in which that Venus is traveling. 5 and 11 is good. But look at these 12 and 6 and 10. They are not supporting to this for the sun. Furthermore, these 6 and 10 are getting further supported by this. Understand? That is further supported by the Star Lord or the Sublord, this one. Seventh Lord is facing this unfavorable signification along with that some favorable when we study from planet to the Star Lord and Sublord. You're able to understand? You got the point?
Yes.
You're able to follow. Unfavorable significations for the seventh house is there in the star level and sub level and Star Lord of the Sublord. So, but you can see in Jupiter. Please understand, in Venus, who is making that weakness? Jupiter itself, and comes the Sun and Saturn, right? Right now? But the Jupiter, which is weakening the Venus, that Jupiter itself, when you talk, that is the source. That Star Lord for the Venus is the source here. That source is experiencing this. This is not talking about any seventh house, right? This is talking about 12 and 6 and favorable ninth house. You can see that planet in the nakshatra of the moon, 4, okay, but 5 and 2 are favorable, supporting to this ninth house and reducing the sixth house significations, right? And that sublord is Rahu. Rahu is 4, okay, not bad, but 3, 7, and 3. They are all supporting to this 5 and 2 and 3, 7, 3. You can see this is also supporting. Understand?
Yes.
Jupiter, if you look at Jupiter, Jupiter is not having any second house, no 7, no second, no 11 in that planet star level. And sub level also, there is no 2 or 7 or 11. But Jupiter has given them marriage. Sir, it is having fifth house. Okay. Fifth house is indicated by many planets. Why Jupiter? Jupiter is having 12 and 6 also. Jupiter is having 4 also by sublot. How come it is supported? Because if you look at the CST and that 2A level planet Starlord or the Starlord, and also look at the sublord signification, they are all favoring to the ninth house matters. So they are comparatively stronger than the Venus. You understand? Comparative studies always in the life also we have to compare which is this planet is supportive or this planet is. You got it? Otherwise, we'll say that Venus is favorable for the marriage. No, Venus is not strong enough to conduct the marriage. Conducting the marriage is possible only by way of the strongest buddhi. As per KP, you can see this Jupiter is not signifying 2 or 7 or 11. Antralad is Saturn. That is also not signifying 2 or 7 or 11. But it is signifying 6th house. 5th house only is the favorable one. But no 2, 7, 11. Here at least 11 is present. But Jupiter is not having 11 in the planet or star level. Only in the star lord or the star lord, sublord only 11. Also 6 is also present. So we will not be able to decide if you take only CL and OCC. But Jupiter is stronger than Saturn. Jupiter is stronger than Saturn because That Jupiter is having 7th sublord and this unfavorable grouping in the planet level, that is going to experience this one. You can see Jupiter and Saturn are the same, star lord and sublord are the same for both the Jupiter and Saturn. Jupiter in the star of moon, Sabhavra. Saturn in the star of moon, Sabhavra. Which is different? Source is different. Saturn is the 7th sublord. Jupiter is 9th sublord. 7 is going to experience this. Here 9 is going to experience this. Understand? Here Saturn 7 is going to experience some obstacle and 7 already having some obstacle in the source. So Saturn having some weakness than the Jupiter. But Saturn is comparatively better than other planet. That we can identify only with the EPS table. You got it? Just I will try to explain in brief and the fast manner also how far that EPS is more effective in finding the significations and the predictions. All these things I will explain in a slow manner, step by step in the course. Okay, because it will take some time. Otherwise, if you look at all the planets, or many planets are having similar significations. If you study them in a slow manner, then only you will understand what planet is signifying, what star lord is signifying the planet signification, a sublord is supporting for that or not. Only that way only. Sometimes we'll feel that one planet is better, when checking at the other planet, that planet is better than this planet. So comparatively only we can find which planet is better. Otherwise, we'll say that Venus is a strong planet, can give the marriage. Venus did not give marriage. So he, at the time of 24 years, Sun Dasa started, 21 to 23, he was running Venus Dasa only. During Venus Dasa, he did not get married. Only in Sun Mahadasa only he got married. In Sun Mahadasa also, Venus is not acted as either Buddhi or Antra. He got married in Jupiter and Saturn. Understand? So we'll not be able to decide, sir. Normally used to say, sir, with the help of the ruling planets, we can, reduce this, that's Jupiter or Saturn or which planet we can shortlist. But if you look at 2 or 7 or 11 signification, as per KP4 full significator, Jupiter will not be there in the significator list, right? Because you can see Jupiter is not, just a minute. Jupiter is only 5, 6, 4, 12, and 9. It is not indicating 2 or 7 or 11. Suppose if it is having 2 or 7 or 11, then the Jupiter is in the ruling planets at the time of analysis. You can consider Jupiter as per KP rules. When Jupiter itself is not having either 2 or 7 or 11, even the Jupiter is appearing in the ruling planets to help you, but you will not take Jupiter because that is not the significator. You will miss that one. Will ignore it, will eliminate that planet from the list of selection. But Jupiter only has given the marriage. So it is going to wrongly guide. It means what? We should not consider the ruling planets, especially for the natal chart analysis. You can take only as a secondary supportive tool, but that will be supportive in case of horary. That is different because that is all horary is based on the time chart. Ruling planets also will play a role. But whereas for the natal chart, it's our duty to check each planet signification, left to right study each planet, and top to down slowly source, effect, and result. Then only we can identify each planet's strength and weakness. You understand?
Yes.
In the classes, courses also, I will not be teaching simple charts wherein you can easily, think that, okay, so software is giving, simple results. We can easily give the predictions. You understand? The, the,
Sorry?
the The natives who are all having that, just a minute, who are all having that simple charts, without any sort of struggles in their chart, they will not come to us for any consultation. It will happen automatically. The people with the problems only will come to us. They will have such mixed significations only. There is our duty to verify carefully in detailed manner to know the strength and weakness. Yes, Mr. Nitin, sir.
Sir, how Jupiter is strong, I am not clear about that.
Which planet is stronger? You tell me, then I'll compare.
You are comparing the Venus and Jupiter for
Okay.
marriage, but
Okay.
actually he got marriage on the Jupiter planet. Jupiter
Yes,
onto the
yes.
मतलब
You mean to
Mukti.
say that how come
But
Jupiter is
how Jupiter becomes strong than Venus?
okay? Okay, good question. So, how Jupiter is stronger than Venus? Okay, okay. I will just what I will do. I will take a print the screen so that we can have both Jupiter and Venus together. Oh, sorry, sorry. Just a minute. It is taking
Because
some.
Jupiter not showing any favorable.
I will tell you. I will tell you, sir. Just a minute. I will show you that. I will compare. Okay, this is coming. Just, just a minute. I will do the comparison so that you understand better. Okay, Jupiter and Venus. I'm going to come. I'll put it in paint so that those two planets you can focus. And now, another point is there. Now I'll show you. Yes. You see here, I have taken only the Venus and Jupiter, Saturn, and also the birth chart for your understanding. Okay, for our discussion.
Yeah.
How come that Jupiter is stronger than Venus? Why Venus is weaker? You can see Venus has got Jupiter 12 and 6 on the star level, right?
Yes.
Venus is seventh lord. Source is good. But
Yes.
here Jupiter, source only having 12 and 6. Right?
Yes.
Which is important? Planet, star lord, and sublord. Out of them, which is important? Of course, all are important, but the one which is making that effect is star lord, right?
Yes.
Right. So the road is important. The vehicle may be good, but road is not good means vehicle will not travel to the same extent. What it can do it. Here, 7th house matters are experiencing 6 and 12, right?
Yes.
But here, source only. For example, I'll tell this way. Source is like a story. For example, source, the planet is the story. That Star Lord is the, for example, it is the screenplay. You understand? If you imagine for a movie, planet is the story, Star Lord is the screenplay, and Sublord is the direction. Okay,
Yes.
which is important? Story is of course important. The story, if it is a good story, the screenplay should travel according to the story, right? It should be
Mm.
good. The script is not good, screenplay is not good, the story is a good story, it is not going to be useful. Similarly, the result, the direction also properly directed, right? Here, story is very good, but that star lord which is not supporting to the seventh house. Okay?
Yes. Yes.
Here, story is having weak, not very strong, but
Yeah.
star lord is good. You
Yes.
understand?
Yes.
Here, 6th house, 12th house is not further supported by here, by 5th house and 2nd house. They are all reducing the 6th house matters, supporting to this 9th house matters. And that moon in the nakshatra, that is called star lord of the star lord, that is also supporting to this. And
Yeah.
Graha
Okay.
sublord, Rahu is 373 is supporting to this. You will not be able to see unfavorable grouping in the star and sublevel. Do you find any unfavorable grouping? Planet is having mixed. Star lot 4, 5, and 2 and 8. No 6 and 12. And
No,
sublet
6 and 12.
4, 3, 7, 3. No 6 and 12, 6, 8, 12 grouping. But here,
Yeah.
source is good. Star lot 9, 12, and 6. Sublord or sun also having 12, 6, and 10. You can see this, right?
Yes. Yes.
Further supported by this. That way, the
Okay.
source planet is losing its strength or it is getting some weakness at the star level and sub level. But
So that
here,
in every case, we have to check the star load and sublot,
we have to
whether
start with
whether
the
whether
source.
they supported the source or not.
Yes, the source planet is what it's signifying, whether further supported by the star lord or not. 8,000, 12,000 counted from the source planet houses, it is there in the star level, they are going to cause obstacles and hurdles, correct? Instead of that, if it is signifying supporting houses to that source planet and not having unfavorable grouping at the star level or sub level, it is comparatively better. Here you can
Yes.
see Saturn, of course, it is having unfavorable grouping here, right? Along with
Uh,
that, 7 sublord itself. But you can see star lord, moon, sublord, all favorable only, right?
yes.
Apart from that, one more thing also there. That planet in EPS, we calculate not only the planet, star lord, sublord signification, but also the planet that they are supporting by way of supports. What supports? By way of Rasilat, by way of conjoined planet, by way of aspected by planet. You understand? Jupiter in the
Yes.
star moon. Moon posted here, right? Moon posted in the sign of sun. Moon represented by Rahu. In KP, when we take Rahu, we take the Rasi Lord moon, right?
Uh,
In EPS, not only Rahu represents moon, in EPS, whenever we take moon, we take Rahu also into consideration. You understand? When
yes,
moon takes, Rahu also has to be considered. When Rahu takes, moon also will be considered as a secondary planet. You understand?
yes.
Now,
If Rahu is not positioned on the fourth on moon's house, then we cannot consider Rahu, right?
sorry. Yes, yes, definitely. Rahu is occupying the Cancer sign.
That is
Cancer.
why we are taking Rahu as a supporting.
Yes, so we call it as moon is a secondary planet supporting to the moon. Apart from that, the planet which are all aspecting. Suppose when we take Ketu, what we'll do? Jupiter is aspecting to Ketu. And Ketu represents Saturn. That Saturn is conjoined with Jupiter. You understand? So there are many things when moon we consider moon is aspected by Venus and Mercury. Moon is
Yes,
affected by Venus and Mercury. Indirectly, Venus and Mercury are giving the impact to Rahu. How? Rahu is occupying the sign of moon. Rahu represents moon.
moon.
That Rahu is getting the impact of Venus and Mercury indirectly through moon. You understand?
Yes,
Now we know Venus is a very good planet, 2, 7, 11, and 5, right? That Jupiter in the nakshatra of moon, that moon is aspected by Venus. Venus is a very good key planet. We call it as key planet in EPS. 2, 7, 11, 5. That planet Venus is passing its strength to moon, supports to moon. You understand?
yes,
Similarly, sublord is also Rahu. Rahu represents moon. The Rahu also indirectly getting the support of Venus, right?
yes,
So that way, here you can see Venus is the star of Jupiter. Jupiter is having 12 and 6 here. That Jupiter is conjoined with which planet? Saturn. Saturn,
Saturn.
na?
Yes,
Saturn is a mixed significator, favorable and unfavorable. So already 12 and 6 is there. Already Saturn also having this 10, 6, 4, 8, 12, making Venus further more weaker through the star level Jupiter. Star should not be weaker. Source planet can become weak. Means a story for a movie, the story may be a weak story or very normal story. But based on the screenplay and direction only, that movie is becoming very good. You understand?
yes,
Source planet can become weak, but star lord, sublord should not be weaker. Weaker. You understand? In
yes,
general. So that way, considered that all significations, top to down study, and also conjoined planet, aspected by planet. Whenever we take a planet signification, we take all significations left to right to know the complete strength of the planet. Then only we will understand. Apart from that, we have got rulers link, we have got a planetary interlink theory. For example, that person is getting married, you would have seen some places, in some chart, you would have seen that. I mean, some people would have got, for example, Jupiter Dasa, for example, not in this case, Mercury Bugdi, Saturn Antra, one person got married. Okay? Dasa, Bugdi, and Antra. He got married in Jupiter Dasa, Mercury Bugdi, Saturn Antra, say at the age of, for example, 30 years. So it means what? Jupiter, Mercury, Saturn are favorably signifying, I mean, favorable houses to the marriage. Second house, fifth house, seventh house, 11th house, all the supportive houses it is forming. So it is supportive for the marriage. But have you ever thought Prior to the Mercury Bugdi, the same Jupiter Dasa, Saturn Bugdi would have come. Here Saturn has acted as the Antra, right? That Saturn Bugdi would have come prior to Mercury Bugdi. And Mercury Antra would have come in Saturn Bugdi, right? That period may be approximately 27, 26 years of age, 25 to 27. Marriageable age. But he did not get married in this period, only in this period. Why? You understand? For that question, you will not get an answer in paper.
Yes.
But PS will give the answer. Bugdila should be the strongest. The plant, there is a connection
Mercury,
between, there is a
Mercury should be
planet.
more stronger than Saturn, I think.
Yes, yes. And also, there will
That is
be
why
a theory, there is a theory called PILT, planetary interlink theory. There is a connection between the Dasa, Bugdi, and Antra. It means Bugdi Lord should be stronger than the Antra, especially in the marriage. And that Bugdi Lord will, if we have connection to the Dasa Lord, it is becoming more stronger. Suppose you imagine Dasa Lord is the central government, Bugdi Lord is the state government, Antra Lord is the local body. So if the Dasa Lord and Bugdi Lord are the same party, they're connected to each other, they support each other. Understand? The same planet which has given marriage as the Antara period, but could not give in the Bugdi. You understand? Because Saturn is comparatively less stronger than Mercury, and also Saturn, the connection between the Dasa and Bugdi will be lesser. That is called Pilt theory. Otherwise, you can see, just imagine, sir. You would have seen in many people, they used to say, sir, I got the, during my Ragu Antra, in the previous, say, Mars, sorry, in the Jupiter Bugdi, Rahu Antra, I got the promotion. Okay. Next, he is getting the Saturn Bugdi, Rahu Antra is coming. Same Rahu Antra is coming my next year. Will I get promotion? If you check only the Rahu signification, yes, it is supportive for the promotion. But we cannot expect what Rahu has given under Jupiter. We cannot expect the same Rahu can give under Saturn Bugdi. Understand? Got the point? Because the ruling party Jupiter and Rahu, this is source, this is effect. Saturn is the source, Dasa Lord, Bugdi Lord is the effect, Rahu. That is the reason one planet would have seen, one Bugdi he would have got married. The same Bugdi Lord would have given separation and some other Antra. Would have got the job in one planet, would have given the job. But same planet would have taken away the job also in some other Bugdi as Antra Lord. Have you ever noticed? Because that is all happening because of the connection between the Dasa, Bugdi, and Antra. You are there, under you, somebody is working. You are the Dasa Lord, somebody is working under you. He is a good person for some work. The same person is also working under me, for example. You are there first. After you are transferred to other place, I am coming in your place. But the person who is working under you may be working for me also. Right? He is good in some activities, some professional works. But we cannot expect similar result from him when he is working under you. He may be working very fine. When he is working under me, he may not give the similar effect. Why? Because suppose if I am saying something, which is he is not convenient, his automatically his output will be different, right? Suppose you are having some positive vibration, he is also having positive vibration. Dasa, you are the dasa is the bhukti. You will combine, you will give the positive results. Suppose I am not supporting for something, but he is supporting for that. He cannot give whatever he is trying to give it to the same extent what he has given under you. That is called Dasa Buddhi Antra connection, planetary interlink theory. Unless and otherwise we study such combined study, if you talk only, sir, this Saturn is signifying so and so. Good. Whenever Saturn is Buddhi is coming, and Randra is coming, or Dasa is coming, you will experience such impact that is not going to be completely correct. I think you have understood what I'm trying to say. It means we have to study each planet's self-signification in an extended way, left to right from CL, OCC, Cuspal star lord ownership and Cuspal sublord ownership, and planet and star lord and sublord top to down to know the complete planets, what source is signifying, what effect is signifying, what result is giving. And that planet is acting as the Dasa Lord, or that planet is acting as the Buddhi Lord for some other Dasa Lord, or acting as the Antara Lord for some other Buddhi Lord. Based on that only, each planet's significations will vary. Correct. Otherwise, just looking at the significators in a single line, if you want to give the prediction, it may not be correct all the time. Got the point? So that way it has to be studied in detailed manner. That is called extended planetary signification system. Not only this, we got ruler sling, all these things, additional features also there in this system. So one by one, we are going to join the course, then you will understand how it has to be studied, and I will teach everything in a detailed manner. Okay. I think I have given in the introduction, I've got many points I have given. I don't know how many of you have understood. And um, only when you are going to learn step by step, you will understand. Any doubt you have anything? You see, it is like people will think, sir, each planet will signify many houses, sir. How to look at the table, they will see, sir, it is indicating many houses. When indicating 4, 5 houses itself, we are not able to decide. When we are indicating so many houses, when we are how we are going to check. It is not like that. Method of analysis, if you follow correctly, left to right or top to down, source, effect, and result, then we can easily point out how you asked how Venus is weaker than the Jupiter and Saturn. That way we can understand and we can give the predictions. Just like that, overnight we cannot do anything. So I hope you understood. And if suppose you are if you are interested in joining the course, you can join the course. And any doubts also you can ask. Madam Narendra sir, any doubt you are having? When you are learning, learning EPS, most of your doubts, whatever you experience in KP, everything will be taught in a logical manner. Understand? So what are the doubts, what that is coming in your mind, that would have come across in my mind when I was doing my research. Okay, because all the signification, whatever thinking, if you state just like that as per the KP significator or 4 significator, it will not become true all the time. In case of horary, that is different because horror is exclusively for a particular question. That chart is focused on that, but whereas in natal chart is different. Okay, so the people who are all interested in going for detailed analysis for a better understanding and for the better prediction with analytical ability only can go for. It's not a shortcut method like a scan report, right?
Need to understand thoroughly.
Yes, yes. You see, that's 1 or 2 hours we are discussing. So how many of you are able to understand? I don't know. Right? So, but
I am
I mean,
I have understand, but one of the main question is from my side is that lots of houses are connected due to this theory, and
sorry, what else?
what exactly I will uh, point out that this is the house, that is why this situation coming in their life or our life.
Yeah, everything you will understand. You should have the patience. And because when I'm teaching, no, I will go step by step what has to be taught. Step by step, you will make you understand. So then I will ask you, then yourself can, I mean, study the planet significations are going to remain the same for all the life events for the planet, right? Same Venus, we are talking about marriage. But same Venus period for other event, it can be favorable than Jupiter, right? How to study depending on the event, even because the software is also event based. When the event change, the favorable houses will vary and unfavorable houses will vary also, right? Based on that study, when you do that, we can easily understand that planet, suppose that dasa is running, whether dasa is going to be favorable to the lagna for the particular event or not, or whether it is going to give trouble or not. It needs, first of all, our mind has to get used to that, because normally we fixed with significators, one line significator. Now we have to make it in a broader way. Each planet left to right, star lord of the star lord, star lord of the sublord. We have to study left to right, top to down. Slowly we have to study. Once you start doing that, your eyes will get used to that. Your mind will get used to that. Looking at that self-signification, understand which is better or not, you can easily identify. Apart from that, we have got that conjunction aspect and all. We got some other tools for that also to support. It will take time. But understanding the theory and principle with the scratch, from the scratch, slowly, it will give more confidence, and also you will mind also get used to that. After that, studying is will begin. Right? In EPS, we will not leave anything. We have got all the Vedic, we have got KP, we have got interlink, and EPS has got its own principle like a ruler link and field theory and 2A level and supply. All these things are added into that. We will not miss anything. We will not miss any signification in EPS. Understand? So we whatever the some planet you would have seen in, some people would have, sir, that person has gone abroad in so and so period. But if you look at the signification, it is not at all signifying 3 or 9 or 12. But if you look at with the EPS, it will show that. You understand? One more thing also, why this planet has given, why not the previous period? That also answer can be found in EPS. Got it? So
Yes.
once you join the course with the confidence and trust, definitely, I mean, everybody can learn, but only thing is we need the patience and the practice. I am there to help you. I am there to, I mean, as I said, no, the courses is going to be only an interactive course. It is not that I'm going to teach and you have to note down the notes and you have to practice and come back later. No. Then and there I will ask the doubt. Then and there I have the questions you have to respond. So then only I understand we're all understood on. Without, I mean, without making everyone understood, I will not move further. Okay, sir?
So during the course, are we learning the how to correct the word time?
Those things and all will be taught, sir.
Okay.
Rectification of the birth time is the very first thing has to be done before analysis. But rectification can be done, can be learned only after you learn the timing of events properly. Because fixation of the cuspal sublords of the primary houses are actually, that is called birth time rectification. The cuspal sublord of the primary houses is not only useful to know the, I mean, destiny prospects of the particular house matters, but also it is playing important role in the timing of event. If you know how to do the timing of event, If you do the reverse process of the timing of event, that is called the fixation of the birth time. You understand?
Yeah, okay.
So it is not simple people saying that with the ruling planets, you fix the lagna. Every time you take a same chart, every time that ruling planets will vary. Then you cannot
Yeah,
adjust.
yeah.
Suppose one lagna sublord, for example, lagna sublord is Jupiter. Jupiter may be there is a ruling planet. Jupiter is going to be there for about say 8-9 minutes. The lagna sublord. Within 8-9 minutes sublord duration, if you adjust, other cuspal sublord can change for other chart. When the other cuspal sublords are changing, automatically that house matters for the particular native will vary. So one event will be match, other event, other prospect will not match. So we have to fix the birth time based on the fixation of the cuspal sublord of the important houses based on the events. You understand? So that is all going to be very logical manner and scientific manner. You should have patience because I mean, having founded the system, I know how to teach, which has to be taught first and how to go step by step so that all the doubts, whatever you are having in your mind, definitely I would have come across. Understand? So in that way, no, we'll have that curiosity how it has to be done. So why this is not, I mean, good or bad and all. All the doubts you can ask. Definitely, I will clarify all these things. All your doubts will be clarified and you'll get the answers also.
Okay.
Okay, sir. So, and thank you so much for joining this, introduction session. Anyway, I will post this, I will share this also so that the people who have not joined the course for some reason, because many people have said that they will be joining, but maybe I don't know whether they misunderstood the date or not. I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to share on the YouTube also so that others also can watch the video, or you can also repeat the video and you can find some clarity also by way of joining the course upcoming course on the 20th of this month, nah? So that also you can join and then we can learn definitely with the people who are all really
It's
interested
19
in
or 20?
sorry 19th, sorry, I forgot. It's falling on Monday, na?
Oh.
Yeah, Monday. Okay, yeah. So Monday means Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So I mean, each course will be slowly. I will teach, and so those are interested, you can join, and definitely you can become very good in analyzing and giving the prediction and timing of event. Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much. All the best.
Thank you, sir.
Those who are interested, you can contact me. Thank you so much.